and welcome to Martin Russell White Light Readings. My name is Julie. Now, have you been ghosted by someone? Have they gone non-contact? It happens a lot these days. Let's have a look and see why they went non-contact. See if we can get some information on that for you. We have the Three of Cups. So if this person has gone non-contact, I don't think it's going to last for long. This card might mean that this person is going to come back into your life and you're going to have some lovely celebrations with it. So this card might mean that they're off having a good time, celebrating in life, and not actually thinking about you too much. But let's get a defining card so we know which way. Are they coming back or are they off on their own journey celebrating in life? Is this person coming back or are they off and gone? Okay, we have the Hanged Man. Now, I think that this is a bit of a suspension in time. This person might come back or they might not. I don't think they've quite decided yet. So they might be a bit of an immature person, which if they have the ability to evolve and grow, that doesn't matter. But if there's someone that's just going to wander around the world, doing whatever they want, thinking that they have all the time in the world to come back to you, well, actually they don't, because you are a person of value, you have your own life, and you are able to put this person into the timeout zone of your life. It doesn't mean that you're forgetting about them, but you can just pop them into the timeout zone, because it looks to me like they've popped you into the timeout zone. So pop them into the timeout zone, move on with your own enjoyable things in life, go out and meet new people, and time will tell whether this person comes back into your life, and time will tell whether they're worthy to be in your life. So let's get a little bit more information, a little bit of a blessing on this situation for you, because it can definitely be challenging when we've met someone, we've thought we're getting along well, suddenly they disappear. But it's not always a bad thing that they disappear, because sometimes they just weren't the appropriate person for us in our life. And I think one of the challenges when these things happen is we need to learn to love ourselves, know that we are a really valuable and important person, and that we are a blessing in that person's life. Now, that person may choose to see us as a blessing or not, but nonetheless, we are a blessing. So if this person doesn't want to value and appreciate you, then look for someone who will. And let's see what the blessing card here is for this situation. Energy exchange. Now, that's really important when we're dealing with relationships in our life, particularly if someone has come into our life and then becomes silent. Energy exchange. And in a really good and balanced relationship, you nurture each other, you care for each other, and you see where you can support and help and value and cherish each other. So if this person has put you in the hangman position where you're hanging around waiting to see what they're going to do, this card says if it's not an equal exchange of energies between the two of you at the moment, it doesn't mean that that won't change in the future, but clearly at the moment there isn't an equal exchange of energies. So as I've said before, put them in the timeout zone, get on with your own life, get on with meeting other people, and if this person comes back into your life, then see, have they evolved? Have they changed? If they haven't, just move on, because the one thing we can't get back in life is time, and there's no point wasting time on somebody that's putting you in the hangman situation of life. And let's get one more card here. It doesn't mean you're closing the door on them, but you're just putting them in a timeout corner. And if they choose to come back and behave differently, that's a different situation, isn't it? There's no point hanging around waiting for them. No, we don't have to hang around and wait for anyone, really. We want someone in our life who makes an effort for us, not us always doing all the effort. So we have, okay, so this really is telling us, this is the 5 of water, and this says things not turning out the way we'd hoped for, not seeing the positive in a situation, crying over spilled milk. So I really do feel that this person came into your life, you really liked them, you felt the two of you got on well, and then suddenly it goes silent. Yeah, it didn't go the way that you wanted. So you need to really see the positive in this situation, because I feel this person was immature. I feel they weren't meeting you for the right reasons. They didn't really want a relationship. It's not that they didn't want a relationship with you, because you are a good, valuable, interesting, caring and exciting person. They just didn't want a relationship. They just wanted to go out into the world and taste whatever they could taste and then move on to the next meal. And unfortunately, that does happen. So I think, see the positive in this situation. This person's currently out of your life. That gives you opportunity to get out there into the world and meet somebody new who is more suitable. This person might come back, and if they come back, just put your boundaries up. Be quite frank with them. Are you interested in a relationship with anyone in your life, or are you just that type of person who wants to go off and do whatever they want when they want? There's people like that. So if that is that type of person, you don't really need them in your life. They're just a time waster. They're just a tire kicker. They're just seeing what they can get out of you for the least amount of effort that they put in. And that's not what you want in your life. So I think it's a real benefit and blessing that this person has disappeared. So let's see if you can move on from that. Get out there with some friends, join a group, meet like-minded people. What are your interests in life? Yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong, art, food, gym. Get out there and join some classes, meet some new and vibrant and intelligent people that are on the same wavelength with you. And if this person comes back into your life, they might have changed, they might not. Check them out when they come back in, but put your boundaries up, because you are definitely a worthy person of having a like-minded person in your life, a relationship that's balanced on both sides, give and take, nurturing each other, trying to build each other up. That's what you want, that's what you deserve, that's what you can have. But you're not going to get it if you're hanging around at home crying over spilt milk over this person who's no longer there. I know that's hard to hear, but that's it. If you're sitting at home crying over someone, you're not out there meeting someone new, and you deserve to be loved and cherished and nurtured. And you have a lot of love to give. You need to find the right person to give that love to. So thanks for joining us on Martin Russell White Light Readings. If you like this content, give it a thumbs up, and even better, subscribe. We really love it that you're watching our channel. The channel is really growing, and YouTube's going to have a video selected just for you. please put some comments down below. We love to read them and we love to answer them. Thanks again for joining us on Martin Russell White Light Readings.